Welcome back to my YouTube channel, winning lottery numbers, Lottomax, Mega Millions, Powerball. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Please stay tuned to the end of the video to see my 3 predictions for tonight's Lottomax, September 10th, 2024. Yes, I'll be sharing 3 of my guesses or my estimates or my predictions for tonight's Lottomax draw. The channel is dedicated to picking the lottery numbers by use of this algorithmic counter that I've been using for the last number of years. What it does is it pulls numbers from the 3 Canadian national lotteries, uh, and I use that to basically produce two sets of 2 comparable groups to aid me in selecting the numbers under the assumption that there are forces that affect what there are forces that are too complex that affect the results, and even though I don't understand them, I can observe them in a visual way and predict what's going to happen next, just like predicting the weather. Boop, boop, boop. That's what it is. And so I'll just get right to it. And, I've already made a couple of videos. I usually do a couple of practice videos and do my selection right off the bat. So those sections are actually already done. So what I'm going to do is reveal them one by one. I'm going to tell you why I picked them, and then I'm going to wish you good luck. Okay, here we go. Selection number uno. 3, 21, 22, 38, 39, 45, 47. So one of my crazy theories about the lottery results is that they're affected by some, there are things that affect the planet in and of itself in such a drastic way that it affects everything that's on the planet that has operates on the foundations of an electromagnetic exchange of energy. And so, like we have a gravity that keeps us to the planet, anything that affects that gravity, and so everything that's on the planet is affected by that gravity. It's the component that is consistent, that we all share with all things attached to, connected to this planet. And so, I've noticed. I mean, again, like this is just my craziness, okay? But we're right now in a period of time. Right now, we are experiencing a high level of solar activity, and we're in a solar peak. And you can look at this check this out yourself, I guess. But that means that we have a lot of solar storms, and those solar storms affect the electromagnetism of the earth in such a way that it makes the Lottomax results produce consecutive numbers and draws. And so during these periods I've noticed that there's, like, if you look at, for example, the last two daily grant results, which were yesterday night and Thursday night, you have this 22, 23, 24, and then you have this 16, 17, 18. These are consecutive draws. And so my 3 first selections are going to have a component of that. At least the first 2 for sure will. So 3, again, like this area is just beaming, and it's not that. Just so you know, it's not that these numbers can't repeat. I mean, anything can happen, but like the actual numbers, but this also kind of like highlights this whole section. So the area in and around those numbers that have been repeating quite a bit in the last 6 weeks, and those areas in those and the numbers in those areas could come up tonight, right? You don't know. We don't know. And so I just went 3, 3. I think the probability of it is high. It's going to be somewhere around that. This is just a prediction again. And then, I really like this area here. So all these converging, there's runs converging towards the center. There's a high occurrence number, which is 21. And so this area here is very interesting. So what I did is I put 21, 22. you know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to 22, 23, man. 23. So I'm gonna change it to this. Okay? Am I gonna regret that? Anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway. It's done. It's done. It's done. The other area of interest is here. It seems like there's just just something happening there. So what I did is again, running with that idea that there might be a couple of consecutive areas, I went 38, 39. Just being crazy here, but sometimes crazy gets the job done. And I went with 45, 47, just because the 46 is again high occurrence. It looks like to me like it's converging there. The 47 is located between the 46 and the 48, which is as well a high occurrence. So I just put it there. That's just my guess. That's my guesstimate, my prediction. Call it what you will. My second selection is 3, 8, 16, 17, 42, 43, 48. Again, running with the same theme. Threes in that area, eights in that area. Like if you look at the ends there, if this is kind of like a pattern indicating where the numbers are going to go to next. 16, 17, just because I really like this. This looks very interesting. It's in an area that is, there's a little bit of low activity, but that 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 pattern repeats itself. The 16's at the end of a run here and a run here, and the 17's at the end of a run here and a run here. So, boom, 42, 43, obvious reasons, you know, and 48. 48 is at the center of a 3-1, high occurrence. And so I'm going to reveal my last guess here that I'm going to share with you guys. And this is something that I sometimes do. I will, on some occasions, I have gotten so close to the 7 numbers or to 6 numbers within a digit from my first 2 guesses. So if you took my first 2 guesses and you picked the number right next to it, it would have been a number selected. And so sometimes what I do is I look at the counter, but I consider my selected areas, and I will pick numbers from here based on how close with the proximity of the to the first selection. So what I did is I did 2, 22, 22, it's just a repeated number, but 37, 40, just because it was 39, 38, 39, and 41, because it's 42, 43 there, you see? 14, it's in an area I didn't select anything from in the first 2 areas, at least I had 16, but as well, it's in kind of a wedged and there's a 3 there, and it looks really nice. It looks good. I guess is that if that's a bias, it looks good. And 49, just because I went 47, 48, 49. There you go. Those are my 3 predictions for tonight. Tonight's Lottomax tonight's Lottomax September 10th, 2024. Um, it would be. I mean, there's only a couple hundred of you guys anyway that watch, and it's new, but even if it was all couple hundred of you that won tonight's lottery, $70 million, man. $70 million. Even if it was the case, and we shared that 70 million between us, that would be such a beautiful, amazing story. It would be just such a great story to tell. And I really hope that you're buying the lottery because you have aspirations and hope for the future, and not because you're desperate and in need right now. I wish you the best of luck. I really hope you win the lottery. I really, from the bottom of my heart, I hope you win the lottery.